All right, so first thing we're gonna do, these RCAs are gonna have to come down here. Just the RCA and the sub control, because you don't want to run them next to speaker wire if you can help it, I think. Or just the way I see. It'll come down here. Just be easier. There's number one. All right, so up here in the footwell, now I need to tuck it to make sure it doesn't interfere with the steering column. To pull some slack out. This thing looks pretty. Maybe you should actually try to use it occasionally. All right. All right, so I made a circle hole here. Yep, perfect. All right, so what I need to do is pop this on a hole. Okay. That's on the hole. I don't know if you guys can actually see this. I hope you can see. Yeah, you can see it. So see, that's where the hole is. And all I'm going to do is the grommet, I'm going to slide it on there, hopefully, just to keep any water out. All right, I'm working on running the wires. This seems to go on the passenger side somewhere. This comes down the driver's side. All right, yeah, driver's side. These are the RCAs. This is the RCA, and then the low pass level control. I need a freaking light. Just got this out half an hour ago. Actually, shouldn't be too bad. Let's run this one first. What I'm gonna do. Just drill a hole here, and I'll just fish the wires. So this grommet right here, I'm gonna be drilling a hole in. Should be okay right there. Let's see, where's the easiest place to get to on this grommet? Yeah, on the top. The wires come off up to the top left. So I'm gonna drill over here. And what we'll do, I have glow rods, but I don't feel like going up in the attic to get them. So I have a darn, there we go. Hey baby, you guys have a good workout? Okay. Now, I need to get my hand down here somehow. It's pretty tight. There we go. This RJ11 on here good. RJ11. Taped it up. We yank it through. Hopefully. Not looking good. Shoot. All right, guys, I got the wire run through here. I'm gonna get all this freaking tape off. You just have to turn the RJ11 around backwards, tape it off. Kind of make the hole a little bigger. Come on, man. See if this works better. I need to go eat something. I'm about to punch my fist through the wall. There's the purple. There's the white. There's the gray. Where's the green? Green. Boom. Zip tie that sucker to it. Come down and around. Leave lots of slack because I got to put RCAs on. Side number 1 is done. Now this side's gonna have a lot more wires where I got to run the power, the ground. I'm gonna run this in front of the battery. Hope I don't have to take all this stuff off to get in here. No, I won't. Good. All right, this other side, I need to drill 4 holes. Wires go that way. So I'm gonna drill it on this top side over here. One, 2, 3. I really want this to go down here. 4. All right. Let's see if we can't get these through here. Probably would have enjoyed this more if I would have taken a day off of this. I work all day and then come home and mess with this. Although, this is fun. You just reach a point of, all right, I just want to listen to it already. Let's see if that'll work. don't know if I made the holes big enough. I want them to be tight. My hand down in there. Ah, shoot. It's almost through. Come on, baby. You have to make them bigger. Dang, I can't run. Almost through. Come on. Yeah, there we go. I think I got it. Part of it is the electrical tape doesn't like that. It's like rubber on rubber. Okay, so the ground is through. Make the other holes a little bigger. Just make my life easier. I don't think there's much water getting up in here anyway. Since I jacked up this hole pretty good. In fact, once the holes are together, I should probably try and bring them both through at the same time, but let's be smart about it. All right. 2 more wires. 1 more here. It's easy. Okay. Zip tie those nice and neat. Perfect. And my power. All right, guys, I got the power and ground done. Don't connect the power until it's time. All the wires run into the front trunk here. I'm gonna clean this up. So zip tie these together. First, let me vacuum this out. I'm gonna vacuum this out and then we'll come back. And I'm gonna clean this up here. Some zip ties. Zip tying it to the factory wiring here for whatever the heck that is. trunk. I just want to just get in here. Okay, and then these covers go back over this other one. Hopefully. I see, it doesn't pressure fit up against, it just kind of sits here. Oh no, it doesn't, it snaps in at the top. Oh well, it's gonna hold all these extra wires. It's the plastic little screw. There. It's not going anywhere. Alright, so we got that. These will all tuck down there. Come down and around. I'll put the amp in there, sort of fit the amp in, and then we'll cut all these wires to length. And then we'll pull the amp back out and connect everything. Otherwise, we have to be hanging upside down. Put another couple zip ties on here. Let's get this looking clean. Actually, what I want to do this way. Zip tie to this bracket here underneath this. Pull it down here. This little crevice. See how that goes. I'm gonna try to put the carpet back on. is the groove. The amp rack actually goes down into this little hole, and then will be bolted right in, so it can't kick out that way either. Even with this one little bolt, that's all it's holding it on. That's all we need. It's just solid, and then the cover goes over top. All right, so obviously we have a bunch of extra wire that we need to get rid of. I might just zip tie this up down here. I don't know. I think I'm probably just going to cut it. I obviously can't cut the RJ11. The one thing I need to do is put the RCA ends on here. Let's separate these out. Let's put the speakers up here for now. Power ground remote go together. These are going to come down like so. So I can get rid of a decent chunk of this right away. Actually, what I'm going to do is just lay this. Kicked out. So he's going to run down the edge. What the heck is that from? There's the remote. Let's do the power. Cut it a little bit long just to be safe. There's the ground. Bingo. Now let's do the speakers. Speaker out. All right, my wires are cut. Let's strip them. Let's work on the RCAs. All right, so now I need to strip these and get these ready to go. Just don't want to press too hard to cut the jackets inside. All right, so this is the sub, and this is the I think I cut the sub thing off. Yeah. So we're going to bridge the sub. This is a four-channel amp. So channels 3 and 4 are what's going to power the sub, bridged. So it'll be 150 watts for the single 10, and then 75 watts each for the front. And I think that's RMS. This thing is going to put out significantly more power than that, I would guess. You know, quality manufacturers usually underrate their stuff. Okay. You see how much room there is to go into that amp. That ought to be about right, about a ½ inch or so. I just don't have strippers for 4-gauge wire. It's not very often that you do mess with this. There's my ground. Power ready's ground. Ground is ready. Remote ready. So the labor-intensive stuff is done. Now it's just the tedious wiring up everything. Now, I have to mess with the RCA cables. Might do. Just to make this easier, I'm going to cut these back, but then I'm just going to coil it up. So I'm going to cut these all equal length. This has to come all the way over to the side here, so just so that I don't screw that up. That way I have room outside of the car. Solder these. Look at my stool. Alrighty, time to remind myself of my old circuit board electrical engineering days and remember how to solder. In a long time. So these are twisted pair. It's just easier to run RCAs without the ends on them and then connect them after the fact. Okay. Short little end. And so the positive wire goes to the little center hole. Okay. A little bit of solder there. This gets hot, so ouch. I wonder if I should wear a glove on this other hand. I got a pretty solid, connection. Okay. Now what you do, stupid. I'm such an idiot. Stupid shrink wrap gets me every time. Always forget to put this on first. Green. So this time, put one of these small ones on positive. Bigger ones over top. And then really need red one. Push through. You know, I have a set of expensive RCAs that I've had for years laying in my bucket of stuff. Bucket of cables. And I just but I wanted to run this all neat and clean, so I didn't want to run a whole nother set of cables separately. We're going to do this one first. That over top. That this way. No glove on. So burn my fingers again. No, I shouldn't need a glove, but shoot. Do it in anyway. The old it's number one. It's pretty good. Turn this back a little bit. Okay. Dab a little bit more in there. Okay, there's two. Oh, you suck. I did it again. I forgot to put this freaking thing on there, or it fell off. Anyway. Put this off. I know this wire wasn't coming off. There we go. Shoot. Okay, I'll do that. Crunch this on. Put this over top. Bingo. Number 2. Man, I hope this works. We'll see. Anyway, that's how I'm doing it. Let's see if it works. All right, guys, I legitimately got this down now. First one was a little shaky. Second one, not so bad. Third one's pretty decent. So what I'm doing first, I'll put the negative in first, which is the one with the black wire. Thread it through the backs. No. Thread it through the front side, so out the back, and then sort of turn it. And then what I want to do is put some solder on it. And put a little more on that one. And I flip it around, put a little bit on the front side. Come on. Hopefully. I was lying to you. I said, there we go. Okay, so there's the negative. I'm going to trim the positive down a little bit. It's a little bit too long, so you only need a little bit of wire exposed. Maybe what, a 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to put a little solder on the wire. Tip of the wire. Just want to put like a little glob, a little ball. And then what I'm going to do, I pull this over here, stick it in my wrench. Sort of sit that ball on top, eat it, drops down into the center. Done. Okay. Now, got this nice and tight. I'm going to pull this rubber shrink wrap in between just to make sure I keep the positive isolated from the negative. Heat that up, shrink it. Get your fingers out of the way. Take this negative, take this little claw thing and crimp it around the positive. Doesn't have to be super tight. Take and cover the whole thing. Shrink wrap. Pull my end up to the top. Put my glove back on. Screw it on, good to go. Kind of twist it back up. Put a little piece of tape to keep it from unraveling. The end, and we're good. So we're going to call this positive and negative left, positive and negative right. Here's my RJ11 cable for my sub control, which I'm actually not going to plug in yet because I don't know. I probably will. The sub isn't actually connected yet. Or I don't have the sub control. I'll be here tomorrow, so I guess it is getting kind of late. So what I'm going to do here, all right guys, now we're getting somewhere. Hooking up the amp. The wire set up. The battery. Guessing this isn't going to be as precise as like a real installer would do, but it's still going to look relatively clean, I hope. Remember, I don't have any of this stuff connected to the car yet. Or most of it. The power isn't anyway. Okay. There's power. Ground. Pretty good. Okay. Check this here. This is the sub. Let's do the remote. Remote. And then we got left and right. It's got front channel, green is negative, white is positive. Channel 1 and 2. Ugh. Let me check something here. I think black and red are always the left. Or I meant right. Black and red are the right. Crap, what did I just do with the Allen key? Shoot. Did that. Oh, there it is. Black and red are the right. White is positive, green is negative. Front left. And then front right. Front right positive. Nice and clean. Now the woofer is going to be bridged. So this goes in channel 2. Black and green are negative, red and white are positive. So we're bridging channels 3 and 4 and down into a single channel. If you don't know what that means, then you probably shouldn't be doing this on your own. I just don't know how many places can replicate this kind of stuff like Sound and Motion. You know, like this amp rack. I'm sure there are quite a few, but how do you know until you're done? So that's the negative. red and white. Positive. Yeah.
We ate all the corn.
Oh man. Hey, you're supposed to get me some cocoa water. So green and white. Front right. Front left. It's around here. It's right here. Left and right. Okay. Now, sub wire remote here. No, that's sharp. You can't have that. Now let's pull all these wires out of the way. I'm sure I made them all too long, but I was paranoid about that. Oh, shoot. I didn't scratch my new amp. Thought it was in. Put the screw on it this time. Yeah, just a little bit of extra wires. That's all right, I can tuck it in here. And I was a little bit scared to cut it too short. Just wanted to err on the side of caution. You can tuck this all in here just fine. Not quite professional grade, but close. Very close. Yeah, buddy? Yeah. Two corns?
Now I ate 2 ice creams.
Oh my gosh.
So now I ate corns.
Hey, get that off my shoe. You want to do it? You want a job? You want a special job?
Yeah.
All that blue tape? The blue tape that's on the ground?
Yeah.
You got to pick it up, put it in the trash. Oh. I don't know. Oh, don't touch that. Put that down. That's real, real, real hot. No. Like I said, just a little bit of extra wire. The Sound of Motion guys can't make fun of me too badly. I'm just a guy in the garage messing around. I'm no pro. Okay, so let's try to clean this up so it doesn't look horrible. Baby girl's in here terrorizing. This project has been big, but it's been pretty amazing. At least it's great until I try to turn it on and it doesn't work, or the car won't start, or get a check engine light. Let's try to think about this on the positive side. I don't know if I'll get it fired up tonight. I'm close. Just fake coughs all the time. It freaks me out. We'll have to see how the carpet goes back in here. I think this is good enough. Now I need to go wire up the inside. Hey, no chokies.